Hi, my name is Gray and welcome to Gray's Gardening. So today's video is all about what seeds I'm going to be growing and sowing in the month of January. The common myth is you've got to wait till March before you plant your seeds, but I'm going to get cracking now. There's plenty of things that you can grow and start sowing now in the month of January. January is a long, dark, cold, wet month. So usually I don't sow my seeds till at least March, but this year, and I've read up on it and I've done my research, there's plenty that we can be sowing now. Plenty of seeds that are suited ideally for January. And that's partly because some of these take a long time to germinate and others so that we can really stagger our growing season right the way through from early summer to late autumn. So we can have a continual crop and we don't get a glut of everything all at once, which is one thing we do want to try and avoid. So I've picked out these seeds. I'm not one of those people who's going to give you a ton of different things to grow and tell you you've got to grow 100 of every single thing, overwhelming you. I've picked out the top 6 seeds that you should be planting now, ones that I'm going to be doing in the month of January. And stick around to the end because I've got a little surprise one that I'm going to grow. That won't be till March, but it's a new one to me and I really like the look of it. It's really exciting. So stick around to see these at the end. Obviously, we don't know what type of summer we're going to get this year. Is it going to come early? Is it going to come late? Is it going to be hot, cold, wet, cloudy? Who knows? But by sowing your seeds early just helps minimize that risk so that we get a continual harvest throughout the summer, which is what we all want. Okay, so first up is the hot Cayenne Pepper. Nice red or even green. So these are hot and spicy, long, thin peppers that can grow to 10 centimeters in length, which is actually quite long for a chili pepper. They start off green, which is the milder version. If you pick them when they're green, much milder, but then leave them on the plant, they will turn a hot, peppery flavored red. Not crazily hot, but they are still quite a hot chili. I'll be sowing these thinly, covering them with a light covering of seed compost and then just firming in well. They do say they'll take up to 7 to 21 days to germinate. My experience of chilies is it'll be more towards that 21 more than the 7 days. They do take a while to germinate. Hence why I want to get these started off in January rather than waiting till February, which is what it says on the back of the pack. But apparently it's perfectly fine to start these off now. Benefits of the hot Cayenne pepper or chili peppers in general: they provide a strong fiery heat that adds a kick to any dish, can be used to make cayenne pepper powder after they've been dried, and they also apparently have medicinal properties and health benefits such as aiding digestion and circulation. They should be ready to harvest in the UK between July and October. Growing them outside will take a little longer and the chilies will be smaller. So do them inside the greenhouse or inside on a windowsill if you want the really best results. As mentioned, they are ready when they're full size and they've turned that nice bright red colour. Interesting facts about the Cayenne pepper is they are named after the city of Cayenne in French Guiana, which is in South America, where they were originally cultivated many hundreds of years ago. The Cayenne peppers measure 30 to 50,000 on the Scoville scale, meaning moderate heat. And they do also contain vitamins C, A, B6, potassium, fiber, and capsicum, which is a pain relief. So first up is my Cayenne pepper. So next up is the onion, Bedfordshire Champion variety, which is a popular variety producing high yields of globe-shaped onions with mild flavour and clean white fresh. Excellent variety for storing. Onions are very popular, one to start in January. Actually, the seeds themselves say to start these in January. By starting these off in January, you do then ensure that you will get the biggest onions possible. So giving them plenty of time to really grow and swell. Again, I'll be sowing these nice and thinly into nice seed trays, covering up with a thin layer of compost and firming them in gently. Benefits of this variety are described as high quality onions, heavy cropping, they're very reliable, known for the consistent performance, and they store very well, meaning that you should then have your onions for months and months after they've all finished. They are a mild, sweet flavour and also perfect for cooking. They are ready to harvest when the tops begin to flop over, and then you just gently lift them out of the ground and leave them to dry in a well ventilated area for a few days before then storing for the autumn and winter. Few interesting facts about the Bedfordshire Champion. Obviously, they've come from Bedfordshire, as the name suggests, which is a county in the east of England, but they also contain vitamin C, B6, potassium, fibre, and antioxidants. So a great onion, and one I will definitely be growing this year. I'll be sowing in January. Next up is the Peppa Sweet Colour Spectrum. Don't they look nice? So we've got the red, the yellow, the green, like a purpley colour, and even a black pepper is in there. And these are described as a stunning mixture of tasty, sweet, thick-walled, bell-shaped peppers in a whole spectrum of colours, which creates a real interest in all sorts of dishes, and obviously in your garden or allotment alike. Like the others, sown thinly, fern them in gently, and they say they should actually germinate after 7 to 10 days. So we shall see. There'll be a quick germination. Says to wait till February. I think we can start them in January. Let's just get ahead of the game with these. As mentioned, they come in a variety of colours, which I think all appear on the same plant. They start off green, turn into an orange, and then eventually go into red. I'm not sure where the black and purple ones come, so that's going to be new for me. These have a sweet flavour, perfect for salads, stir fries, and other dishes. They're easy to grow and cultivate, and suitable for beginners or experienced gardeners alike. So great pepper to try. I haven't grown peppers for quite a number of years, so I'm looking forward to getting back involved with these. When they reach their full size and colour, they're ready to harvest. And harvesting them regularly off the plant ensures you get the maximum crop. So the more you take off, the more that grow. So that's a great one to try. I'll be sowing those shortly. Interesting facts. Not all peppers are spicy, like we know. These aren't. These are going to be sweet. The colour indicates the ripeness, and they're full of vitamins C, A, B6, potassium, and fibre. So it's going to be interesting. Let's try them at different times, different colours, and see if there's any difference in flavour, taste, or anything else. So can't wait to get trying with them. Okay, next up is one of my most successful crops that I grew last year, which is the good old beetroot. These are called Beetroot Perfect 3. You get an absolute ton of seeds in a pack for beetroot. They are so easy. It was my biggest success last year, hence why I'm definitely growing them again. The pack itself says don't plant them outside until April time, but I'm getting ahead of the game. I'm going to be planting these indoors, same way as before. Thinly cover them with a thin covering of compost, firm them in well, and these will germinate pretty quickly. It's saying between 7 and 21 days. I always find my beetroot germinates really, really quick. But by doing them in January, I'll be able to do another set in maybe March, and then another set in April, May time, just meaning I'll be able to prolong my beetroot harvest right the way through the whole summer, from early summer to late August. Fantastic crop to grow, really easy, great one to start with. As mentioned, beetroot are really fast growing and they produce a really quick harvest. They don't take up much space, and they can even be planted in amongst other crops such as your lettuce, your courgettes, and that kind of thing. So a great one to grow. This variety is known for their sweet flavour, and they're very versatile. They can be grown to go into salads, pickled, roasted, you name it. Plenty of choices to go for the good old beetroot. Apparently they can be harvested after just 6 to 8 weeks. So as I say, very quick growing. You should get some great rewards off growing these. They do, however, prefer a well-drained, fertile soil. Water them regularly and keep the area well weeded. A great crop there for everyone to grow. The good old beetroot. Next up is the good old aubergine, early long purple is this variety. Haven't grown this for a number of years, but I did have success last time we did it. It says a favourite ingredient of the Mediterranean, easy to grow in a greenhouse or large frame, prolific with large elongated fruits up to 25 centimetres long. So that'll be really, really interesting to see if you get any that big, which would look fantastic. Should be easy to grow. They also say on the back of the pack that they are ready for indoor sowing in January, so this one is absolutely perfect. I think the name Early Long Purple suggests that they should be harvested, or they'll be ready for harvesting much earlier than other varieties. So a great one to do because it won't take too long. It says it takes anything between 7 to 21 days to germinate, so 1 to 3 weeks, which is about average. Heavy cropping, lots of fruits per plant, and they're also described as being rich and smoky in flavour. Really versatile fruit. This one can be used in stir fries, in curries, in pasta dishes, or even ratatouille, which is what it's really quite famous for. Apparently these are ready to harvest after just 8 to 10 weeks, and you'll know exactly when they're ready because the skins will be firm, glossy, and a deep purple in colour. Although these are the purple type, you can also get white ones, you can get striped ones, and really dark black aubergines, but these are just the dark purple ones. They're also rich in potassium, vitamin C, B6, fibre, and antioxidants. Great one to try. Everyone should be trying this one. Okay, next up we have the radish Scarlet Globe, which is described as a popular, fast-maturing, bright red, globe-shaped radish with crisp white flesh. Very reliable and ideal as a catch crop between slower-growing vegetables. So you can dot those all around. By the sound of it, there's an absolute ton of seeds in here. You really do get an awful lot of seeds in this. I think that's the most out of all I've got. Again, I'll be sowing these nice and thinly, nice thin layer of compost, firming them in so that they germinate. It says they should germinate after 7 to 14 days. Very fast growing, and apparently once they're in the ground, you can even harvest them after 3 to 4 weeks. That seems a little bit quick for me, but let's grow these, let's have a look. These will be going in the beds in a few months' time. They're described as ideal for beginners, even children, or the experienced gardener. And once they are ready, they can be cooked, they can be eaten raw, or they can even be pickled. So quite a versatile one, the good old radish. And obviously they do have a little bit of spice to go with them too. Interesting fact about the radish, there's evidence of these being grown and cultivated right back to ancient Egypt. So we're talking anything over 4,000 years ago. Don't know how they found evidence of this, but apparently they did. So the good old radish, been around for a while, and even the Egyptians liked it. These are low in calories, high in fibre, and also vitamins C, B6, folate, and potassium. Great crop to do. And as I say, we get absolutely tons of these. So let's dot these around the plot everywhere we can find space. Okay, as promised, there's a final set of seeds. There's a final plant that I'm going to grow this year. Never grown them before, but when I was buying the seeds, I spotted them and thought, yes, I'm going to do them. They're not for January, they're going to come later in the year, but I just had to share them with you because they just look so exciting and different. And I think, judging by the explanation and the description, I think they're going to be really, really tasty. And they are the cucumber melon. Hopefully you can see them. They are apparently an easy to grow climbing plant which produces masses of small fruits that resemble tiny watermelons and have a fresh flavour like cucumber but with a twist of lime. They look fantastic. So apparently they're meant to be just like a large grape. You bite into them, it tastes like a cucumber. But they do say don't sow them till April time. So I will wait for them, but I just had to share them with you. Some extra information. Well, first off, you can't buy them in the shops. So you should always, especially if you've got an allotment, try and grow that more unusual. I always like to grow the more unusual type of crops that you can't buy in the UK shops because I just think that's more exciting. and more unique. So cucumber melons, I've never seen those in the shops. They are a bite-sized fruit with a refreshing flavour. Very easy to grow, which always gets a big tick in the box for me. Also, they can be grown in containers, so you don't need a greenhouse, or you don't need the beds inside the greenhouse. So that's another benefit. And apparently they are a very attractive plant, especially when the fruit and the foliage is on it. So these, I can't wait. I might not wait till April. I might do these in March. A few tips when I'm growing them. Apparently, you need a sturdy trellis or strong fence for them to climb up. They need plenty of water, which you would imagine if they're like a mini watermelon. And it says to encourage pollination, plant near other similar plants like cucumbers and courgettes. So I'll mix all them together, and hopefully the bees and the flies can help populate them for me. Interesting facts about the cucumber melon. Also nicknamed the mouse melon or the Mexican miniature watermelon. They originate from Mexico and South America, and apparently they can be added to salads, salsas, cocktails, or even pickled. And they are packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, vitamins A, C, E, and K. So the cucumber melon. Can't wait. Right, I hope you've enjoyed that video. I'm now going to get home to plant these seeds. That'll follow on a future video. I'm really excited to get the growing season started in January, because I do normally wait till about March. But I'm going to get ahead of the game this year, and I hope you do too. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you've got anything from it, please hit the thumbs up button, hit that like button, and please subscribe to the video. I'm so close now to that magical 1,000. I think I'm 930. So if you're watching this for the first time, if you're finding my channel for the first time and you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I want to see what happens after the 1,000. What will anything change on my channel? I can't wait to see it. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and share the video as well if you really want to. So thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.